All right, guys, welcome to Trading with Meatball. And some people got hurt today, and I am not here to brag, but we had a good day thanks to the CVNA. And I posted a video on this last night, I think, saying it was my number one pick. And you can see my entry here circled, and I held it for an hour or two while it chopped, and then boom, she went. And here we are on our Twitter page. And we posted a lot today. I don't usually do that, but I had people sending me messages asking me if I had a chart or whatever. I posted right here when I sold the CVNA. I sold into this big candle because it went above this zone. And let's get a better look at that. When it spiked above my zone, I had already put into my Discord, and here's the Discord right here. And I said I was cashing out at 12:20, and I was still holding the CVNA. But right after that, and this is like 30 minutes later, it spiked up, and I sold, and we posted that on Twitter. And this is the Twitter post telling everybody I sold into that big candle. And I told you before it happened, there's lots of experts, quote unquote, on Twitter that post rocket ship emojis of shit after it happens. They don't tell you before, it's always after. And they always show you the 400% gain. They don't show you that they got caught holding this dump from hell on the SPY today. And I had posted when it was up in here that it was curling again, but we don't know what's going to happen. um, I also told the guys in the Discord that I was out, and you can come in our Discord for free and read it right here at 12:20. I'm cashing out. And then over here, I stopped out except for CVNA, and I'm still holding the AMC. And we did a video on that, and she did not dump today. She's just fine. And you can see my entry. I took it. I didn't want to trade it at the open, but it's a long term hold. I took calls that are good for June, and I got a handful of shares. And so from 440 to 460, I'm 20 cents higher than I wanted to be, whatever. But she did not dump along with the rest of the market. And it's a lotto play. Okay. It's a long term play, but I scalp, and I take a lot of shit for scalping, and I get hateful comments. And you can hold longer. Let's talk about this. We went into SPY twice, and using Ripster's candles and the 5 minute chart, we held this one quite a bit. And then the second one, we stopped out, and that's fine. But we were able to hold the first one longer because we used the clouds. I never claimed to sell at the top. I like to sell into big green candles, and I like to take my 30, 40, 50, 60, 80%, and I'll see you the fuck later. Okay. The market's open tomorrow. And if you just take 20, 30% every day, your whole account growing 20% a day, I mean, you'll be just fine. You don't need to get rich in one day. You will be rich if every trade you ran hit for 20%. So take a calculator out and take the balance of your account and times your balance times 1.2 times 1.2 times 1.2, 20% a day. I mean, what if all your trades hit for 20%? And so you can hold longer using methods like Ripster's clouds, or even without the clouds. Let's get rid of the clouds. It stayed above the 20-day moving average, and so you could have held it. And then when it went red, you could get out, because it's chopping. You're losing time value. That's what people don't tell you. They say, "Oh, I'm holding all day," and there was no reason to sell. All these retracements like this, or like this one here, this is a retracement. It kills your time value. Okay. So yeah, it kept going up, but the retracements kill time value. So if you're going to trade zero date to expiration or zero DTE options, use a stop loss, or get in and get out, or buy something that you can hold shares on, like CVNA's $50. You can hold, some shares of that instead of options. But you trade, you're playing your way. Okay. But I'm just posting this because SPY did a wicked dump, and I felt bad for people. And I want you to see what we did. It's right there in the Discord. I cashed out at 12:22, and 12:22 is right up in here when it was chopping, and then it started going red. And yeah, there you go, 12:20, cuz we had stopped out in here, and I decided to go ahead and pull the plug on the other positions that I was holding, except for the AMC because it's real tiny. I have a very tiny position on AMC, and just a handful of shares, not even worth talking about. And then the calls that are good till June. But I like to get in and get my 30, 40, 50%, and I'll see you tomorrow. Because this kind of dump like this ruins your whole portfolio or ruins your day. The other thing you can do to mitigate risk is don't load up on zero DTEs. Buy calls that are good till Friday. The CVNA calls were good till Friday, and that enabled me to mentally just sit back and hold while it chopped for a couple hours because I was down, but I wasn't losing 50%. I was down 10, 15, 20%. Um, and I'm good till Friday. And so I was willing to wait. And sure enough, they gave me what I was looking for, which was a push up into this zone. We talked about it. We posted it on Twitter yesterday. I made a video about it last night. I told everybody before it happened. And you can scroll back if you want to scroll down on our Twitter. I told everybody AMD had a gap up to 176, and then it did that today. And we posted later on that somewhere that AMD had hit our target. So we gave this to everybody last night, before it happened, not after. Okay. And then the CVNA. There it is right there 2 days ago on 2 days ago on CVNA, okay, on the 10th, and today's the 12th. It's going through the flag, okay, and it's gonna go, and not a single like was given, okay. Well, let me tell you something. We hit that bitch and doubled our money today, and I hope you did too, and I hope you didn't get caught in the dump. If you want to join us in the Discord, it's free, okay, and you are more than welcome to come, share your charts and your ideas, but I hate to see this kind of wicked dump like this, but when it crossed 500, it makes sense to have a retracement. And so it caught our trend line right here. And that's what our channel's about. We want you to draw your own trend lines. And let's see if she stabilizes. She certainly is holding the trend line like a boss. But I hope it helps somebody and God bless you. You can do this. And yes, we share the whole screen. We just don't care.